Everybody, welcome to Just Cook with Michael. Today, after watching this video, you're going to know how to make the very simple dish of Zoodles. Seems to be the craze nowadays. This is a slightly different cut. It's a matchstick cut, but it'll be delicious. Really simple recipe. We have our zucchini, black pepper, kosher salt, some extra virgin olive oil, and that is all you need for basic Zoodles. If you want to add more ingredients to it, it's always good with some mushrooms, a little bit of corn, maybe some matchstick carrots also. This recipe is extremely quick and simple. In fact, one of the key things to this recipe is to make sure your pan is hot before you put in your zucchini, and not to parboil it or anything. And the zucchini doesn't have to be cooked for that long. It really is almost like a quick stir fry. So really hot pan, a little bit of olive oil, saute it for probably just like 2 minutes, and it's done, ready to go. Okay, the first step to this dish is making matchsticks out of our zucchini. I like these mandolins better than the Zoodle makers because they're multi-purpose. You could use them for scallop potatoes. Comes with a few different blade cuts. You can make things thicker, thinner. You could take off the blade that's in here, that's in the back, and make it thicker. Or you could take out this slicing blade and it'll just make like scallop potatoes or whole medallions of zucchini if you wanted that. So it's very versatile, very cheap. You can easily find this on Amazon. I've had this one for probably 15 years or more. In restaurants, we use probably like the $200 versions, but this thing, I'm not sure how much it runs on Amazon, but I'm guessing like $20, and it's super easy to use. It's almost like using a knife where you want to bring up your fingers as you're using the mandolin. Zucchini is probably one of the easiest things to use on here. It just goes through. Another key thing is don't cut off the end piece of the zucchini because that's your little handle as you go through. And even though this almost doesn't look like it's cut, the knife just is so sharp. You can see it makes it into perfect little matchsticks that are so delicious. You can see my fingers are coming back towards my palm as I do this. When I get to the very end, a lot of times I just use my palm. And this is like the last cut there. So I use my palm, you can see just got into the stem there. Try to use it all. That's it. Now I have my pan getting hot. We'll throw it in there and the quick dish will be done in like 3 minutes. Okay, I've been heating up the pan. I have this little thermometer here just to give you an idea of how hot these pans get. I have it at 3, have a little water in my hand. You can see that disappears right away. I'll put in my extra virgin olive oil, about a tablespoon. After you cook a bunch, you just can tell by the way oil dances on the pan, or its viscosity, how hot the pan is. So again, that pan is right now at 490. So pretty hot pan, and again, that's why I like these carbon steel pans. They can really take the heat. And this is going to be like a 1 to 3 minutes at the most process. Don't overload your pan with more than that amount of zucchini. That was just too small zucchini, because or else it just zaps all the heat away from the pan. Okay, it's been going for just about a minute. You can see the pan's so hot that when I first put in the zucchini, there's actually some parts of it that have already browned. Okay, that's been about a minute and a half. Now I'm going to put in my black pepper. You could do this to taste. Fresh ground pepper is always best. I'm going to put I'm guessing about a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Just a nice pinch in there. I will taste it, and it is done that quick. That was about 2 minutes. Flavor's there. It still has a little bit of crunch. Looks great. Great by itself. Also great side dish. You know, you almost make a border out of anything you're making. You put this on a plate and make a border of the zucchini, and then your main dish goes in the middle. Or you can make like a bed of this and put a piece of chicken on top. There's a lot of options here. Okay, that's it. Can't get any simpler. I think from the beginning to the end, less than 10 minutes for sure, and that's even me doing stuff here with the video cameras. At home, I think you can make this dish from start to finish in less than 6 minutes. It only cooked for about 2. So again, hot pan is important. Don't overload the pan. If you're making a bunch of it, you know, do either 2 separate pans. I do that often. You know, if I'm cooking a lot of like mushrooms, I won't overload one pan. I'll put 2 pans going, maybe 3, and cook 3 pans of mushrooms just so it's not steaming. Because if you overload a pan, it steams. You're not sauteing, and that is a key difference. Sauteing adds much more flavor than steaming. So here is it, the simple Zoodle dish. The next recipe, I'm going to show you how to incorporate the zoodles into a chili rock shrimp dish. It's going to be chili with cream sauce. It'll be delicious. So stay tuned to that one. If you like these videos, please subscribe. And again, thanks for joining me on Just Cook with Michael. Now you can make zoodles.